It's Mary and I'm back with another process video for you. Today we are doing this sketch. The whole week the sparklers have been working on the sketch by Laura, who is Beads, Buttons, and Birds on Instagram. She's a part of our design team and I love her work. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to torture myself. I'm going to show you the actual footage from last week that you saw when I spilled my shimmers all over the page. I know that some of you really like to see the process for how I come up with backgrounds, and so I thought I would leave it in for you so that you can see, and it's going to start any minute as you watch it ooze from the left hand side. Oh shoot. Okay, well, we're just gonna make a little background page real quick. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. Hey, that kind of looks like linen. Wow, you guys get a bonus video today, so you get to see me create two backgrounds. This was totally intentional. Rule number one when using SHIMMERZ products, make sure that they are closed before you tip them over. This is going to dry very wrinkly. I can tell already. It wasn't even shook up either, so it's like the non-pigmented colors, the watered down look. That looks kind of cool. Okay, so if you want to know how to make a really fun and quick background, just spill your shimmers on your craft mat. I'm really glad that I had the craft mat down this time. Oh, that's so funny. That'll make a fun layout, I think. Put some snowflakes on it. It can be a winter snowy scene. All right, I'm gonna set this aside to dry and then clean up my mess. So it did make a really fun layout, and it didn't really wrinkle all that bad. So I just made sure that it dried overnight, and when I went to do my layout, I spritzed the back of it with a little bit of water and laid it flat with my craft mat over the top and then a photo album over the top of that. So it wasn't like super moist, but it was just damp. You know, like if you were going to go to iron something, you would spray it with just a little bit of water. So that's how I unwrinkled my layout, and it turned out great. So what you saw me do was I took some free cut files that you can get from the SpiegelMom's Scraps blog, and those cut files were exclusive for the month of November. They're little snowflakes, and they come, like, you can make a 12 by 12 pattern out of it, or you can resize them to any size that you want. So I cut them out on vellum and on white cardstock because I didn't know which ones I'd want to use on this layout, and I knew that I'd probably end up using them in my December crafting. And then to follow the sketch, what I did was I took a bowl. It's very technical, you guys. To get this circle, I took a bowl and then I traced around it. Ta-da! And then I just punched out randomly some pattern papers that I had left over from last year. This was a pattern paper pack that you can get from Hobby Lobby. So it's a paper studio pack, and it was an 8x8 pad. The paper on this is really thin. It's type, you know, the regular, what is it called? Paperweight. I'm really giving you a lot of helpful and useful information today, aren't I? So it's just regular paperweight paper. It's not heavy cardstock. It's not the thicker stuff. but that's fine because I'm, you know, I wouldn't be able to tell. I didn't need that much texture. I'm not, I don't discriminate against weight and non-weight. Oh, this is getting silly. Okay, so now I'm trying to put down my title, and I had picked out a couple of alphas. I really wanted the title to be just a couple of flakes, because it's me and my daughter. We were up in the mountains. We were going over in October, or no, it was the beginning of November, the beginning of this month. We were going over the mountains for a women's conference that I was attending, and the snow had just fallen over the pass, and it was so beautiful. So we got out of the car, and they were giant snowflakes, big, big, big snowflakes. So it was so much fun. And so this is a couple of the pictures that I had snapped of my daughter and I trying to catch snowflakes with our tongues. And so I really wanted the title to be just a couple of just a couple of flakes, because we were being silly. And it had, you know, I don't know why I need to explain this to you. You understand. If you don't know me by now. And then the thickers that I was using was just they were too big. So I thought maybe 2 flakes, maybe I'd just go with flakes. But then I thought, no, I really need just a couple snowflakes, or just a couple of flakes. So I let it sit, and this is what I do. If I can't figure something out and I get frustrated with it, I just let it sit, and then I go on to something else that I know will work out, like these vellum snowflakes. So I get those down, and I have them glued down, I believe, at this point. Then I remember, well, I have these LA Studio little alphabet stickers in gray, black, and white. If you are like me and you don't own very many alphabet stickers, I would say the LA Studio alphabet stickers are the perfect size for doing like accent titles, or subtitle. So if you want a smaller font, but you don't want it teeny tiny and you don't want it super big, I really, really love the size of these. And I would just get black, white, and gray to start off with. I think they're $2.99 in their shop. Not that I'm trying to, you know, push you to a product on another store while I'm doing a SpiegelMom Scraps video. There's plenty of things that you can buy from SpiegelMom Scraps too. Like the new shimmers that are in the shop. So you guys should go check those out. There's new releases today, and there's new shimmers in the shop. And they're gorgeous colors. I cannot wait to get my hands on them. So once I've got the title figured out, I'm going to go ahead and sew down the circles. And I just, I followed the first line that I had done with pencil around the bowl. And then I messy stitched around a few more times. And then I'm going to bump my pictures up on some craft foam. This is cheap craft foam from the Walmart, my local Walmart. It has adhesive on one side, and then it's non-adhesive on the other, but I just put down the pictures with my ATG, like you see right now. It's very complicated. Yeah, so this layout turned out so fast. I might try this again. I might try spilling some shimmers on again, because I really like the effect that it gave on the paper. The paper that I used is textured American Crafts cardstock. So when I had that gray-ish color on top of that texture, it really does look like linen. It looks like linen that has been distressed, and I really, really love how it turned out, and I didn't have to do anything except for push it down into giant puddles of shimmers. So I would be really interested if you guys try this. You should tag me because I want to see how it looks when you do it. So I'm going to go back through and I'm going to stitch down the letter stickers, because one of the things that I've noticed if I use letter stickers is that they don't stick down very well when I've already done mixed media of any kind. So I like to run really carefully. I like to run a stitch through all of those letters so that they don't fall off in my scrapbook album. And now I'm deciding on whether I want to go with this black tuxedo mix that was an older release, or do I want to go with one of the new Christmas releases, which is Oh What Fun. And I decided to go ahead and go with this mix. Now in the close-up pictures, you'll see it looks a little bit blue, and it's not. It's just because of the way that the light caught the sequins. They're the opalescent clear or white sequins, which are super pretty, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue those down. The color for the shimmers that I used was Before Dawn. It is a Vibes, so it has shimmer in it, and you'll be able to see better in the close-ups, which are coming up right now. Here is another look at the sketch that Laura created for us. If you guys want to play along with this, make sure to hashtag SMS on Instagram or comment on the Facebook group, and make sure to go over to the SpiegelMom Scraps shop and check out all of the new sequins and SHIMMERZ products because they're amazing. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Like and subscribe or leave a comment if you wanna. Bye.